going on, y'all? I'm back with AEW All In this weekend. Obviously, you can see the shirt. If you haven't already, please go watch the video about Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda. Unfortunately, he passed away. So I want to say again, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt or Wyndham Rotunda. But today we're here for All In. I will be doing a recap show next Monday. I will not have time Sunday night to be making a recap. I've still yet to decide whether I'm going to go to All Out up in Chicago next weekend. But I'm going to have a very busy weekend this weekend. Got a festival that I'm going to be helping out at the next 2 nights, so I won't have much time. So I figured let's get these videos out the way. We're doing it, filming on Friday. If the match gets announced before the show, oh well, this video will come out tomorrow afternoon. But we're starting off with the pre-show. The pre-show, we got Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher going up against MJF and Adam Cole. I have a problem with this. I really do. And I'm going to say that a lot probably when it comes to AEW today. Obviously, I've taken a hiatus from filming videos for AEW and WWE both. But unfortunately, it is more so their fault than it is mine, believe it or not. Yes, I haven't been filming videos, but that's because, to be honest with you, I haven't really found the product really all that interesting or captivating. Yes, the big shows are, oh, we have a SummerSlam coming up. Okay. I don't really care. That's the problem. I'm not really invested in these shows. And AEW is no different. AEW is no different. I feel like a lot of this card is just pieced together, and this is one of those matches that I don't really understand. Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole. Yes, better than you, baby. MJF and Adam Cole. I understand why MJF and Adam Cole are a team. I get it. Why are they challenging Aussie Open? You're telling me no other tag team could have done this? We are already seeing Adam Cole and MJF in the main event. To me, this seems like lazy booking. But for a lot of other AEW fans, I bet you they won't question it whatsoever. But I'm going to sit here and question it. Why? Why do we need to see Adam Cole and MJF face off against Aussie Open for the ROH Tag Team Championships? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It really doesn't. MJF and Adam Cole have no business fighting for any Ring of Honor championships right now. But instead, they're going to be facing off for the Tag Team Championships, which I don't think either Adam Cole or MJF need to be in the Tag Team division. I get that eventually this is going to turn into somebody's going to turn on somebody's story. I think it's going to be Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole is going to be the one to turn because MJF has really turned it down in terms of his heel work. I think Adam Cole is going to be the big bad heel once it's all said and done, but I don't really understand why they're facing off against Aussie Open. And it makes me fearful, because I think with the way they're building this up about how Adam Cole has never won the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, in my head, the way I'm thinking about this is that it's just setting up Adam Cole and MJF to walk in on Sunday at All In and win the Tag Team Championships against Aussie Open. And I think that's a poor decision. I do not think that we need to be having guys that are at the top of the card teaming up and facing a Tag Team Division team. Where's the growth with the Tag Team Division? Let's be honest. How many tag teams are you really captivated with right now? We have a AEW Tag Team Championship match that I personally don't really care for. I'm going to be honest. I'm not captivated with the Bucks. I like FTR, but I don't really like the fact that, we're just going to keep the Bucks around the top of the tag team division. Who honestly, in that tag team division, is a real threat? They haven't done a great job of building up tag teams. They haven't. And that's how you get people like MJF and Adam Cole teaming up, top of the division guys, teaming up and facing a tag team. It's not like they didn't have plans for them. I'm thinking of how nobody had plans for The Bar Sheamus and Cesaro when he was over there in WWE. Claudio Castagnoli over there in the WWE. That made sense. Neither of them had plans. Both of these guys are in the main event of the show. They have plans. Why are they opening the show in a piece-together tag team to face Aussie Open? I don't know. Aussie Open's going to lose this match. I have a bad feeling about it. Aussie Open's going to lose. Next, another pre-show match we got on the books is for the FTW Championship. And another match that I don't think necessarily was built up the way it should have been. I think this match has some potential to be really good. And that's Hulk going up against Jack Perry, formerly known as Jungle Boy. But we'll see if it ends up being good. Obviously, Jungle Boy has turned heel. Hook, the big baby face. At the end of the day, I fully expect Jack Perry to win. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that there's ties for Hook to the FTW Championship, obviously being related to Taz, with Taz as his father. But I think Jack Perry wins. I'm going to be honest. I think Jack Perry wins here. Once again, not a match I'm particularly super stoked about, but it's happening. So we're going to look forward to Jack Perry versus Hook. Next, we got FTR and the Young Bucks at the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. And as I said earlier, I don't really like the fact that the Bucks just keep hanging around the top of the division. I'm getting about sick and tired of it. I've been sick and tired of it for a while now, and I'm still sick and tired of it. We need new blood in the tag team division. We need to see somebody new. We need to build new talent. And I don't know how many people are talking about that when it comes to the tag team division. I really don't. I don't really listen to many wrestling podcasts anymore. But they need new blood. They need new blood. It was a big issue with WWE for a long time. AEW starting to follow the same path. You need new blood in the tag team division. Who is going to be that next team? Why are the Acclaimed not challenging for it? Why can't the Acclaimed be the ones? You ruined Private Party. Private Party could have been the ones. Who do you honestly have coming up through the ranks of the tag team division that you can really say deserves it, first off? Second off, would be interesting. I mean, you got the Bullet Club Gold. I don't really care to see the Golden Elite win. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really care if they do. Obviously, you got Blackpool Combat Club. But who really is... I'm not getting super stoked about any of these things, is my thing. I fail to see where in the tag team division you're really building some suspense of, oh, they're going to come up and they're going to win the championships. And now I do know that there's a looming Uso that might be showing up at this show. I don't think he will, because I think the money's in both of them. I think this tag team division desperately needs that shot in the arm, and if they can get both Usos to come through them doors and at that show in Wembley, I think that's exactly what that tag team division needs. I don't know what Jimmy's contract situation is. I know Jay's is the one being rumored that he could show up at All In. But if they can get that shot in the arm and bring in the Usos, that is exactly what this team need, or what this division needs. They need a fresh tag team in AEW, a fresh new AEW tag team that the fans can really get behind. And right now, it doesn't really feel like there's anybody being the next in line, really. It doesn't really feel like that to me. Next, we got a match that I completely disagree with. I don't think this is a smart decision by Tony Khan or whoever booked this match. It's the Women's Fatal 4-Way match for the Women's Championship, obviously. You got the champion, Hikaru Shida, being in this match. You got Britt Baker in this match. You got Toni Storm in this match. And you got Saraya in this match. And I don't agree with this match whatsoever. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. Toni Storm doesn't belong in this match. I get why she's in there. She's from the UK. It makes sense for her and Saraya to be in there. Why is she... How did she get into this? She got into it with a rematch clause AEW themselves said there was no such thing as a rematch clause. So why is Toni Storm getting to walk straight to All In without having to do a thing? Without having to do a single thing. She just gets to walk in on into All In. And nobody's going to question it. Nobody's going to question it. But what happened to the no rematch clause? But she invoked her rematch clause to get into the finals for the match at All In. Something's not adding up here. Something's not adding up. There's no rematch clause. There's none. Not a single person has a rematch clause. But Toni Storm does. Toni Storm does. And I have a real bad feeling about this. I really do. I really do. This is a Fatal 4-Way match for the Women's Championship. Sheeta's currently the champion. And then you got Saraya, who I think is somebody that could really win the championship here. And same thing with Toni Storm. I think Britt Baker would be a great option because I think the women's division really needs somebody with the charisma that Britt Baker had during her championship run to really spark the women's division back up, because right now I'm not really thinking that the women's division is all that great. They need somebody carrying the division like a Britt Baker, but Britt Baker's not going to win the title. She's not going to win the title. I think who's going to win the title is one of the women from the UK, whether it be Saraya or whether it be Toni Storm. I think it'll be Toni Storm. I will not be surprised if Saraya wins it. I think it'll be Toni Storm, but I won't be surprised when Saraya wins. I don't think it's Sheeta. I am very confident that I'm correct in assuming that it's not Britt Baker. So I assume it's going to be one of the UK girls. I don't think we need to put the title on Saraya. I personally wasn't a big fan of the Toni Storm title run. If it were me booking this, like I said, I'd put it back on Britt Baker. I think she gives you the best chance of making the women's division elevated or brought back to life. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of what they're doing in the women's division because I just don't see the vision currently. Next, we got the fifth match on the card. We got Darby Allin and Sting going up against Strickland and Cage in a coffin match. I don't understand this. This is another thing I don't really understand when it comes to AEW. There's a lot of things I don't really get in this card. First off, I don't think Sting's needed on this card. I know he's on the card because it's the biggest selling wrestling event of all time and they want to put Sting's name on the card. I get that. I don't think he needs to be there. I'd much rather have seen Nick Wayne in this match than I would Sting. But we're getting Sting. We're getting Sting, and I assume Nick Wayne's going to be on the sidelines there for them. But it's going to be a coffin match, a tag team coffin match. I don't really know what that means. I'm going to be honest with you. Do you got to get both people in a coffin? Is it just first person in a coffin, their team loses? I'm not really sure. I've never been a huge fan of coffin matches. I think there's been some okay coffin matches in the history of wrestling. But I've never been really a big fan of them. Because it's really gimmicked. It's really obvious at points. It doesn't really feel genuine. It feels kind of fake. And obviously wrestling isn't the realest of sports. But you want to try to make fans forget that. And to me, coffin matches just really have never been my thing. So I don't really like that this is a coffin match. I don't like that Sting's in it. I would have preferred Nick Wayne, like I said. Obviously, I get why Sting's there. But this match, at the end of the day, I really can't care less who wins. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to throw out a dart here and say that we'll say Sting and Allin win. Sting and Darby win. They got the veteran and Sting. Obviously, you got to get Sting on the biggest card ever. But I don't really care. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Who cares? Let me get a six-man tag team match. We got the Golden Elite and the Bullet Club. Gold with Takeshita. This is going to be a fun match. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be a fun match. But at the end of the day, I think Bullet Club Gold should win this. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that A lot of people probably like the Golden Elite because obviously they got Paige, they got Omega, they got Ibushi. I think the money here is really in putting Bullet Club Gold with Takashita over. I really like Jay White. I think he's great. I think Jay White's absolutely great. Juice Robinson, same thing. I think this could be a real platform for you guys to build them up into being on the same level as two former world champions in Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Obviously, we know Jay White could be a world champion in any promotion, but you really need to establish that if you ask me. So I would have them win, so I'm going to go with them. Next match, we got the Stadium Stampede, where we get Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, and the Best Friends with Penta El Zero Miedo. They will be going up against Blackpool Combat Club, Santana, and Ortiz, who have made their triumphant return to AEW, who I would prefer to have been in the match against FTR. I would prefer if somebody were to take out the Young Bucks, but no, the Young Bucks are going to be on the biggest card ever because they're the Young Bucks. They're the Young Bucks. Top of the card Bucks. It doesn't matter. We're just going to keep putting them in everything. The Young Bucks are unbearable. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm about sick and tired of the Young Bucks. Well, here we go with the Stadium Stampede match. You always got to get one of these Stadium Stampede matches. I think it'll be good. I'm going to be honest. I think it'll be a good match. These Stadium Stampede matches usually are pretty good. They usually are pretty good. But here, I think really, you looking at it, obviously you'd want to see the baby faces go over with Kingston, Cassidy, Best Friends, Penta. To me, it just makes a lot more sense for the other team, Blackpool Combat Club, with Santana and Ortiz to go over. Santana and Ortiz are somebody that I would start pushing back towards getting to them championships. Blackpool Combat Club is somebody that I think is really good, and I'm a big fan of what they're doing, and I think they could go off to do a lot of big things, get some titles, and just drip themselves out in gold. But I think I'll go with Blackpool Combat Club and Santana and Ortiz. Next, we got Ospreay versus Jericho, a match I don't really think needs to happen, but a match that I think is probably something that Ospreay definitely has been asking for. Obviously, Ospreay's fought some of the best in the world. He's beaten some of the best in the world. And Jericho is just going to be another notch on that belt. Ospreay has no business losing to Chris Jericho. Ospreay's been absolutely one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. I know a lot of people have the debate of whether it's Ospreay or whether it's Seth Rollins or maybe even somebody else like a Kenny Omega, but Ospreay's been really good. And while I don't think necessarily Chris Jericho is as good as he used to be, he is one of the greats. So it's another notch on Will Ospreay's belt. I got it, Ospreay. Then we get for the real world championship, we got CM Punk going up against Samoa Joe. And I would sit here and love nothing more to tell you that Samoa Joe's going to win this match. I really want Samoa Joe to win this match. I'm going to be honest. I would love for him to win. Big fan of Samoa Joe. CM Punk, obviously, very popular. Very popular where I'm from. Very popular where I'm from. But he's been rubbing people the wrong way lately. Which is kind of normal with CM Punk. And I think that somebody like a Samoa Joe is the perfect candidate to beat a guy like CM Punk. It really would elevate Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe's great, personally. I think he's real good. Really, really talented. And a win over somebody as big as CM Punk would be huge for Samoa Joe's career. Do I think he's going to win? No. I'm picking CM Punk. Next match, we got House of Black going up against Billy Gunn and The Acclaimed. Billy Gunn teased a retirement. He's back now. And they are going up against the House of Black. I don't think that for 1 minute that Billy Gunn and The Acclaimed are going to win this match. It's for the Trios Championship. Billy Gunn was going to retire, but now he's back. I think this is all a ruse. This is all a setup. Billy Gunn is going to turn on The Acclaimed and end it for good. and then go off into retirement. I don't think that Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed are winning here against House of Black. Next, we got the main event. It's time for the main event. Shout out Mark Henry. But we got MJF and Adam Cole going up for the AEW World Tag Team Champion. They are going up for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, but they're going up for the just the AEW Championship. Got them doing tag team matches now. I think they're advancing for the AEW Tag Team Championship. That's why you only get one match. Only one match. Come on. They don't need to be in the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match on the pre-show. They don't. But they're also going to be closing the show. They're going to be closing the show. This is going to obviously be, I don't know if they're going to set it up earlier, if MJF and Adam Cole win and then somebody attacks somebody, or what's going to happen. This is obviously going to be contingent on what happens earlier on in the night. But somebody is probably going to come in. I don't know if they're going to turn before this, or they're going to turn after this, or they're going to have an actual match, and then somebody's going to be raising their hand, and then as they're raising their hand, they're going to hit them with a cheap shot. I expect one of these guys to turn by the end of the night. Somebody's turning. Somebody's turning after this match or before this match or something to do with this match. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. I don't know if it's going to be Adam Cole to win this match. I'm going to be honest. I think MJF should be the winner. I think he should be the winner. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is Adam Cole, but I think I'm going to go with MJF. But thank you all for watching. Let me know down below who you think is going to win at All In. And one last time, I want to say that rest in peace for both Terry Funk, who passed away, unfortunately, and then obviously Bray Wyatt. So both thoughts and prayers go out to both their families and everybody that was affected by the loss of both those wrestlers. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.